some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Yellow Jackets offense going to get the chance to start this game off. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Scanning the field, it's King. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and gains some of the yardage on the punt. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When you get to this point in the season, Jesse, and you're in the Heisman Trophy race like this guy is, every decision, every play, every move will be magnified today.
No question this guy has the numbers, but what he's also had is Heisman moments in big games with a lot of people watching. He has stepped up and he's played his best football from the quarterback position. And David, I think that's the biggest key now here at the end of the season for him, determining whether or not he can win the trophy.
And we're voters, Jesse, right? That's what we look for. Like, were you big time when your team needed the most, when you played great competition? And so far, he's checking all the boxes, man. He's been elite of elite. Finishing the season strong right here could be the final cherry on the Sunday.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Looking left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Still looking, on the move. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll go right back to him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Ripping through the defense. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's King. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Patterson. At the 45 on its way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The sure hands, it's Haynes. Open space at the 25. They make to stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Dropping back, it's King. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They're executing beautifully.
And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Got enough for the first down. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Touchdown, Georgia! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Rushes on him. Gets away. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds him out of the backfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Back back to pass. It's Stockton. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Haynes. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shut him out of bounds. So now it's second and long. The play action fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Hey, washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Pulls it in. It's Rivers. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, it's King. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And as he throws, it's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Buying some time as he moves left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The AT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Bulldozes his way through. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Looking to throw, it's King. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. No, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC, and that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But
breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Haynes. At the 20, he's got space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Using his legs, it's Haynes. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He did not make it, a stone wall on 3rd down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Looking to throw, it's King. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
we needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Find some fresh air. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the move to his left. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Gain of 30. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Yellow Jackets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rolling right and going deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Quarterback adapting. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes a grab deep. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
The Dogs are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Georgia! Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. The score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He rifles one deep down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
How about the Zimdis Jr. put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. That's reeled in, it's Rutherford. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball sitting right at the 30, it'll be 3rd and short. They'll go to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Quarterback gets past the marker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's King. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he... The heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Uncorks one to the middle. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's second and goal. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Forced out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he tacks on the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
56, Georgia Tech, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Alexander. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Stockton. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the tailback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Running to Green. Fighting off the defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying play action. Looking for an open area to his left. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Taking it the other way. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's King. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This quarterback has been locked in. Their passing game has been simply outstanding the entire game. They've put it in the end zone, and they will get your attention with the numbers they put up. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his tight end.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's King. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Trying to pound it in. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And they are getting elite play from their quarterback. The aerial attack has been precise. They put up big. There he goes. He's at the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
63, Georgia Tech Playground.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's King. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Powers through the defender. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Oh, what a move. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad